Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Boost English Skill podcast.
Your daily English boost. It's so good to have you with us today.
It really is. And hello to you, John.
Hello, Luna. I feel like we're settling into a very cozy conversation already.
We really are. For our new listeners, I'm Luna, and this is my good friend, John.
And together, we just like to chat about life, ideas, and all sorts of topics to help you get used to hearing natural English.
Exactly. Today, we're going to talk about something I think many people need. The episode is called Be Productive Without Burnout.
That is a very important topic, and we've marked this as a B1 or B-level conversation.
Right. So the sentences will be clear and natural, but if you're a strong beginner, maybe an A1 or A2 level, please don't worry.
Absolutely not. We always say just let the words wash over you. Enjoy the conversation like you're listening to a favorite song. You'll be surprised how much you start to understand.
Before we begin, if you're enjoying our podcast, please consider giving us a like or subscribe. It really helps other learners find us.
And sharing it with a friend who is also learning English is one of the nicest things you can do. All right, shall we ease into this big topic, Luna?
Let's do it. So, be productive without burnout. John, when you hear that phrase, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The first thing. I think it's balance. It feels like a search for balance, but not a perfect still balance.
Oh, interesting. What kind of balance?
More like a moving balance, like walking on a path. You lean a little forward to be productive, but you can't lean so far that you fall over. That falling over is the burnout.
That's a really good way to see it. I always picture a cup. Productivity is filling the cup with water, with tasks, with achievements.
And burnout is when it overflows.
Exactly, and everything gets messy. So the goal isn't to have an empty cup, but to not let it overflow.
Yes, but that's easier said than done. Our modern world loves a full cup. It celebrates the overflow.
It does. Look how busy I am is almost a badge of honor sometimes.
It really is. I used to do that. I would tell people how tired I was, thinking it meant I was working hard and being important.
Ah, the busy competition. I know it well. Did you feel productive in those times, though?
That's a good question. In the moment, maybe. I felt like I was doing a lot. But when I look back, not really. I was just moving fast.
Moving fast, but not necessarily moving forward.
Yes, that's exactly it. I was running, but sometimes in circles, or running to finish one thing just to start the next thing immediately.
So the feeling of productivity was an illusion. It was just activity, not meaningful progress.
Right, and that's a key difference, I think. Real productivity should feel like you're building something or moving towards something, not just checking boxes until you're exhausted.
I love that. Activity versus progress. Let's talk about that feeling of exhaustion for a moment. Burnout. What does it actually feel like for you?
For me, it's not just being tired. Being tired is normal. Burnout is deeper.
How so?
It's emotional. It's a kind of emptiness. You feel distant from your work, even from the things you used to love. Everything feels heavy.
Yes. And for me, there's a lot of cynicism. I start thinking, what's the point of all this? Nothing feels inspiring anymore.
That's a classic sign. The joy is gone. It's just a list of obligations. And your body often starts sending signals too.
Oh, definitely. Forgetting small things, getting sick more easily, always feeling a low level of stress, like a quiet alarm bell that never turns off.
That's such a good description, a quiet alarm bell. So if these are the warning signs, how do we stop it? How do we stay productive but avoid that awful feeling?
Well, I think the first step is permission.
Permission?
Yes. Giving yourself permission to not be on all the time. Permission to rest without guilt.
That is surprisingly difficult. The guilt is real. You sit down to relax and a little voice says, you should be doing something useful.
I know that voice very well. It's a noisy little voice, so we have to be kinder to ourselves. We have to understand that rest is not the enemy of productivity.
It's actually a part of it.
Exactly. It's like the most important part of the cycle. You can't keep drawing water from a well without letting it refill.
That's beautiful. Rest refills the well. So what does refilling the well look like in practical terms for normal people with busy lives?
Well, it doesn't have to be a 2-week vacation. It can be very small things. Micro rest.
I like that. Micro rest. Give me an example from your life.
Okay, sometimes in the middle of the afternoon, I will just stop for 5 minutes. I set a timer.
What do you do in those 5 minutes?
Absolutely nothing productive. I might just look out the window. I might make a cup of tea and stare at the wall. I might take 5 deep, slow breaths. The rule is no phone, no planning, no useful thinking.
Wow. And does it help?
Immensely. It's like a tiny reset for my brain. When I come back, I often see a problem more clearly, or I have just a little more patience.
That's a great practice. I do something similar, but I connect it to my body. If I'm sitting for a long time, I'll just stand up and stretch for 2 minutes.
That's perfect. It's a physical micro rest. It breaks the cycle of tension.
It really does. And these small habits, they build a kind of barrier against burnout. They are like small stops to check the water level in the cup.
Yes, before it overflows. It's preventative, not just a cure for when you're already empty. Let's talk about planning then, because a lot of burnout comes from feeling overwhelmed by everything we have to do.
The never-ending to-do list.
The monster under the bed. How do you manage your tasks, John?
Well, I've learned one very important word. No.
A simple word, but so powerful.
It really is. I used to say yes to everything. Extra projects, social events, helping people when I had no time myself. I thought I was being nice or capable.
And what happened?
I became resentful and tired. My own important work suffered. So now I am much more careful. I pause before I say yes.
What do you ask yourself in that pause?
I ask, do I have the time and energy for this, truly? And is this aligned with what's important to me right now? If the answer is no, I politely declined.
That is a skill. It feels rude at first, but it's actually respectful. It's respectful to yourself and to the other person. You're not promising something you can't deliver.
Exactly. It's better to say no than to say yes and do a bad job or become bitter. The other thing is about the list itself. I now have a today list and an eventually list.
Oh, I like that separation.
The today list has only 3 things on it. Only 3 important tasks.
Only 3?
Only 3. It's a magic number for me. If I finish them, I feel incredibly productive. Anything else I do is a bonus.
And the eventually list?
That's where everything else lives. All the ideas, the maybe one-day tasks, the less urgent things. I look at it once a week, but it doesn't stare at me every morning.
That must take so much pressure off. Your brain isn't trying to hold 50 things at once.
Precisely. My brain is for thinking, not for storing lists.
That's a great point. And you know, this is also wonderful English listening practice. We're talking about very real, everyday problems. This is the kind of conversation you might hear anywhere.
It really is, and understanding these ideas in English means you can talk about your own life this way too. Anyway, back to the list. What's on your today list most days, Luna?
Well, one item is always connected to this podcast, planning or writing or recording.
That makes sense.
Another is usually something for my physical health, a walk or cooking a healthy meal. And the third is often something small for my mind, reading a chapter of a book, for example.
So you have work, body, and mind represented.
I try to. It creates a natural balance within the day itself. It stops me from being just a work machine.
That's a beautiful system. It's intentional living. You're designing your day, not just letting the day happen to you.
I like that phrase, designing your day. It feels more creative and gentle than managing your time.
Time management sounds so strict, like you're a prison guard for the clock.
It does. Designing feels more open. It allows for the micro rests, for the unexpected.
And the unexpected will always happen, so your design needs to have some soft edges, some flexible space.
Yes, a schedule that's packed every minute is a recipe for stress, because the moment one thing goes wrong, the whole day feels like a failure.
I've had so many days like that. The domino effect of one missed bus or one long email.
Me too. So now I try to put buffers between things, even just 15 minutes.
The buffer zone, it's a space for breathing, for transition. It's so simple, but so effective.
It really is. It turns panic into slight annoyance. A big improvement.
A huge improvement. Let's talk about a deeper part of this, the stories we tell ourselves about productivity.
Ooh, that's deep. What do you mean?
Well, sometimes we have a voice in our head that says you must always be doing more, or if you're not busy, you're lazy.
Ah, the productivity guilt. Yes.
Where does that come from? For me, I think it came from school, the idea that your worth was connected to your grades, to your output.
For me, it was from seeing adults around me always working. I thought that's just what being a grown-up was, constant work.
Right, so we internalized this story. My value is in what I produce, and that is a direct path to burnout, because you can never produce enough to feel truly valuable. It's a bottomless pit.
That's so true. So we have to change the story. What's a better story?
Maybe the story is my value is in my being, not just my doing. I am valuable because I'm a person, not because I completed 10 tasks.
I love that. I am not a human doing, I am a human being.
Yes, exactly. So productivity becomes a tool to help your life be better, not a measure of your life's worth.
That is a fundamental shift. It changes everything. It means you can take a day off without feeling like a bad person.
It means you can enjoy a hobby that has no output, like walking in a park, just for the joy of it.
Or listening to a podcast just for the pleasure of the conversation. No test at the end.
No test at all, just calm listening. I'm curious, listeners, how much of this feels familiar to you? Do you also struggle with that feeling that you should always be doing more? Let us know in the comments.
We read every comment and we love hearing from you. It helps us know what to talk about next. So if we change the story, we also have to change our environment, right? Our phones are designed to keep us in a state of constant activity.
Oh, that's a big one. The digital environment. It's probably the biggest source of fake productivity and burnout today.
Fake productivity, what's that?
Scrolling, checking emails constantly, moving notifications around. It feels like work, like you're managing things, but often it's just busy work for your brain.
And it's exhausting. The constant switching, the little hits of dopamine from a new message, it tires out your focus muscles.
It really does. So what's one thing you do to manage your digital environment, Luna?
I have strict no phone zones, the first hour of my morning and the last hour before bed.
That's impressive. What do you do instead?
In the morning, I drink my tea and maybe read a real book. At night, I might journal or just talk with my family. It makes such a difference in my sleep and my morning mood.
I believe it. My rule is no notifications for my messaging apps. They are all silent.
Wow, isn't that scary? What if someone needs you urgently?
The people who need me urgently know to call me. A phone call is for urgent things. A message can wait an hour or two. This means I can focus on one task without that little ping pulling me away every 5 minutes.
That must save so much mental energy. The cost of switching your attention is very high, even if we don't notice it in the moment.
It is, and every time we check a notification, it takes several minutes for our brain to get back to the deep level of focus we had before. It's a hidden tax on our productivity.
So, by protecting our focus, we're actually being more productive in less time, which leaves more time for rest. It's a positive cycle.
Exactly. It's the opposite of the burnout cycle. Let's call it the renewal cycle.
I like that. Focus leads to meaningful progress. Progress leads to satisfaction. Satisfaction makes space for calm rest. Rest renews your energy for focus.
Beautiful. It sounds simple when you say it like that.
The ideas are simple. The practice is the hard part. It's a daily practice, not a one-time fix.
That's so important. You don't solve burnout once. You build habits that protect you from it day by day.
And some days you will fail. You'll work too late or say yes to too many things or scroll for an hour mindlessly.
And that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. Just noticing, oh, I'm feeling very tired and cynical today. My cup is getting full.
And then you can choose to do one small thing to pour a little water out. Take a walk, say no to one extra thing, turn off your screen for 30 minutes.
It's self-compassion in action, treating yourself like you would treat a good friend who is tired.
Yes, you wouldn't tell your tired friend to work harder. You tell them to rest. We need to be our own good friend.
That might be the best advice in this whole conversation. Be your own good friend.
You know, John, sometimes when we talk about these things, I worry that it sounds soft.
Soft?
Yeah, like we're not ambitious or we're telling people to do less. But that's not it, is it?
No, I don't think it's about doing less necessarily. It's about doing what matters and doing it sustainably. You can be incredibly ambitious and still protect yourself from burnout.
How?
By seeing your energy as your most important resource. An athlete is incredibly ambitious, but they don't train 24 hours a day. They train, then they rest, eat well, and sleep deeply. Their rest is part of their ambition.
Oh, that's a fantastic point. We are mental athletes in a way. Our work is often with our minds, so we need to train and then let the mind recover.
Exactly. Pushing your mind until it breaks isn't ambition, it's poor management. True ambition is for the long game.
The marathon, not the sprints.
Yes, we want to run a marathon of a life and career, not a sprint that ends in exhaustion after 100 meters.
I love that image. So all these small habits, the micro rests, the no, the focus protection, they are like the stretching and hydrating for a marathon runner.
Precisely. They are not a distraction from the goal. They are essential for reaching the goal.
This has been such a rich conversation. I feel calmer just talking about it.
Me too. It's a good reminder for both of us. We need to practice what we talk about.
We really do. Okay, let's start to bring our cozy chat to a close. What is the one small thing you will take from this conversation, John? One tiny step to design a better day.
For me, it's to protect my first hour in the morning even more. No screens, just tea and quiet. I think that sets the tone for the whole day. What about you, Luna?
I'm going to be more brave with the word no, to protect my today list of 3 things, to remind myself that saying no to one thing means saying yes to my own priorities.
That's a powerful reframe. Saying no is actually saying yes to something else.
Yes, to your health, to your peace, to your real work.
Beautiful. Well, friends, we have talked for quite a while. I hope this felt like a helpful, calm conversation for you.
We really do. Thank you for spending this time with us, practicing your English listening in such a gentle way.
Remember, just listening to natural conversations like this is one of the best ways to improve. Your brain is absorbing the rhythm and the sounds, even when you're relaxed.
If you enjoyed today's talk on being productive without burnout, please let us know. You can like this episode, subscribe to the Boost English Skill podcast, and share it with a friend.
Sharing helps us grow, and it helps another English learner find a friendly place to practice. We are so grateful for you.
And we'd love to hear from you. What's one small habit you have to protect your energy? Or what's one thing you struggle with? Tell us in the comments.
We read them all, and we often get ideas for new episodes from your stories.
So, from both of us, thank you for listening.
Take good care of yourselves. Be your own good friend.
And we will talk with you again very soon. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. And remember, your daily English boost is always here for you.